Covino and Rich, and we have guests.
Yes, we do.
Super pumped to welcome Danielle Fishel and Patrick Renna to the show.
Up?
Stars of Dugout Dads. How are you guys?
We're good.
Great. How are you?
We're fantastic. It dawned on us that 1993, hell of a year, because Boy Meets World and The Sandlot were both out around the same time.
Yeah, big year. Big year.
And Jurassic Park.
And Jurassic Park. And I wrote down a couple other things. Let's see. We got Mrs. Doubtfire.
Let's see. Yeah, what do you got?
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Okay.
Whitney Houston was tearing up the charts.
Oh, yes.
Patrick, you were definitely dancing to Whoop, There It Is.
Oh, for sure. Also, a little Kris Kross. That's what I remember.
Could I tell
That's
you?
what we used to bump on the set of Sandlot.
That was my first concert. I took a girl I had a crush on in 8th grade to see Kris Kross. And it was
you
like
were taking girls to concerts in 8th grade?
it was my first attempt, Danielle. Like, hey, do you want to go to? It was at Radio City Music. Oh no, Westbury Music Fair on Long Island. It was
Danielle, it was totally safe because they had their pants on backwards.
Yeah,
so it was, it was totally cool.
nothing could happen.
That's some swag. That's some real swag. 8th
Nothing
grade
happened.
concert with a girl.
Well, you know what? Hold on. Then it makes me want to ask you guys, what was your first concert? If you weren't going at 8th grade, when did you go? What was your first one?
Well, I did go around my first concert, I was 12. I went with the cast of Boy Meets World, and we went to Aerosmith,
Oh, dude, you know what?
That's a cool answer,
That's
Danielle.
my first concert too, because I have a rule, guys. And Patrick, I want to hear your answer too.
Yeah.
Like, if your parents dragged you to some weak ass concert at Six Flags, that doesn't count. Like, it's the one
I
where
think it does because yours would
No.
then be the Turtles, right?
that doesn't
So
count.
happy
It's like,
together.
it's when you like either went with some friends or you bought those tickets on your own. And mine was Aerosmith in Jersey, Brendan Byrne Arena. So yeah, Aerosmith for you. And Patrick, what was it for you?
It was Real Big Fish in Hollywood. Whoa. What's that place called on Hollywood Boulevard? Palladium. I went to the Palladium and saw Real Big Fish.
Was this your big ska days? You were doing those dances, Patrick?
You know, I got in the pit. I had a little. I tore my ACL, but never got surgery when I was like 12 skiing. So I would re-injure it every year, like playing basketball. And I re-injured it at the Real Big Fish concert in the ska pit. I got thrown to the ground, tweaked my knee, and I was like, oh, there it goes. Like, it was a light re-injure. I would limp for a few weeks.
That was the beginning and end of his Scott Pitt career.
Just like that.
That was it. My next
I wanna
concert
ask
was
you this,
Backstreet
though.
Boys. I went
really?
real easy.
All
Yeah.
pop after that. So 1993.
Yeah.
I was in high school. I'm a little older than you guys, but life was changing for you guys clearly. So like, what were you into before that? Was it all acting and entertainment, or I mean, you guys had normal lives. I would imagine before you hit it big with the show and the movie.
I was before I started Boy Meets World, I had done only like a couple episodes of Full House. And so before I started a career in the entertainment industry, my entire life revolved around what I was going to wear the first week of school and whether or not the teacher would allow my best friend Jessica and I to make up dances and perform them for the class.
Wow.
No one should have said yes to that request. Everyone should have said, please sit back down. But every now and then we could fool a teacher into letting us do some real janky moves for the class.
So it is It is normal that my daughter, who's in 4th grade now, says she knows what she's going to wear, but then that changes 3 times and it's a nightmare every morning. That's a normal thing.
And their fickle plans.
That's
Right.
normal.
Sounds right.
Okay.
That's normal.
Absolutely.
What
How
were
about you,
into,
Patrick? 93.
Oh God, 93.
Take us back. Yeah.
I mean, right
before
before
the
93.
ska days.
Your first ska injury.
Yeah.
I think I was really into sports. I just like played all of them. I played baseball. I played basketball. I was a sports guy. I even play I used to bowl and play pool, and I was a little bit of a pool shark.
Dude, it's really funny you would say bowling because I used to bowl as a kid, so did Covino.
Same.
When we bring that up to anyone younger, they're like, you guys bowled?
Yeah,
I used
all
to
the
bowl
time.
all the time.
Had our own ball.
I
the
bring
whole
my
deal.
kids bowling now.
Yeah.
I do it every weekend. I take them bowling for an hour.
You know what? It was
I
a whole
took
day.
bowling in college. I love bowling.
Let's go bowling.
So much.
Let's start a
What?
team. I honestly, Rich bothers me all the time. Like to play softball with him. I'm like, no, dude. But when you set up a
Really?
bowling team, I'm in. I'm in for that.
Well, so here's the thing.
Sign
I'm
me
from
up.
the East Coast, though, where it was candlepin bowling, which is an awful lot like skee ball.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the ball is that big and it's 10 pins and all the same rules, but like you break 100 and you're crushing it. So then I came out west and this, the giant bowling alleys with the big pins was wild to me. But now that's all I play.
Now, as your careers are skyrocketing in 93 and you become familiar faces, do you guys have run-ins back then? You ever find yourself the same place, same time? You had to know of each other.
Or has there been a scenario where you were like, oh my God, we were at the same event but didn't know each other?
Yeah, what was going on?
That's funny.
Actually, Patrick's guest appearance on Boy Meets World in, I think, 95 or 96 might count as both of those. For one thing, it was the first time we crossed paths on the same set. It's where we would have originally met, even in passing, was on the Boy Meets World set. And Patrick, doesn't remember meeting me at all whatsoever. So it's a little bit of both.
That's what the kids are calling negging, okay?
Right.
That's what the kids call negging. I remember you. Give me a break. I was probably too shy to say hello and was acting cool and,
No,
ran
I
off.
said in an interview, Patrick and I have known each other for like 30 years because he was on Boy Meets World in 95. And then after the interview, Patrick's like, we didn't really hang out or know each other until the early aughts. And I was like,
I had this whole storyline, though, where I was like the bad kid with all the bad kids. And I feel like I was in totally separate parts of that show than you were.
Yeah. Oh, he's not wrong.
The bad kid. Patrick Renna.
Patrick was typecasted as the bad kid. So yeah,
bad boy.
Look at me.
The bad boy. So 1993. Any other fun facts about 93 before we move on?
No, but I was just thinking of how, Sandlot has stood the test of time among all these movies. Like, my kids are in the process of Mighty Ducks, Little Big League, Sandlot, Little Giants. Like,
it's modern classic.
Angels in the Outfield we watched the other day. Have you watched all these movies with your kids?
No, not recently. I watched The Goonies with my kids because that's my Sandlot. But I haven't turned them on to Angels in the Outfield and like Rookie of the Year. And I don't know, probably just from jealousy or, competition. Like, you'll never see those baseball movies.
He has one baseball movie right there. Just
you can watch The Sandlot. That's it. No, they can watch Field of Dreams and what's it called? They can watch Moneyball and they can watch Major League.
Well, you know why? It's such a deflating feeling. We all have kids, right? You bring something, you present something to your kids. Like, I used to love this. And they could totally zone out or tell you it sucks and crush your heart in an instant.
Yes.
So Goonies stands the test of time. Sandlot stands the test of time.
Sure.
Have you guys experienced the movie where you put it on, like, I don't know, Gremlins or something? You're like, oh, yeah. Rich put on Gremlins for his niece and nephew, and they booed him.
This is the lamest thing, Uncle Rich. I'm like, sorry.
Are there movies that you're like, yeah, that worked or that didn't work that come to mind for you guys?
I have a crazy one right now, but you go. No, ladies.
No,
first.
I was going to say, because I actually don't have one that hasn't really worked other than Boy Meets World. I tried to play Boy Meets World for my son, and he was like, he watched a few minutes of it, and then he was like, Mom, this is boring. Can we please change it?
Again, crushing, sad, heartbreaking.
How dare you?
Yeah, I know, right?
See this beautiful home you're sitting in?
I was just going to say that.
Boy
This
Meets
is the house that Boy Meets World built.
No, like, I want to show my niece and nephew. I've already showed my daughter. She's a teenager now, but like, I want to show them E.T. And I'm like, I don't know if they would even. Does that?
No, that's gotta stay.
They love it. My kids loved
so.
E.T.
Okay.
They loved it.
Yeah. Sometimes there's like, you don't watch that one because it's too emotional. You might be crying like a big baby watching that one, right? Yeah.
Which I do. I am that guy for sure.
Who cries first? You or Danielle?
I don't know, Danielle. Yeah, probably. I probably do.
We're both highly emotional, but Patrick, truly, the minute you start saying something nice about something he cares a lot about, and he just instantly waterworks.
Wow, you're a softie?
She's a better actor than I am. So there we said it. She can hold it in and not show emotion. But so to answer your question, Field of Dreams, I was just at the Field of Dreams for the first time. And as Danielle and I admit, we both have Gen Zers that help us on social media.
Yes.
Because everyone needs a Gen Z to tell us what's cool now. So I brought her out with me because she was filming this little thing I did. And I said, you have to watch Field of Dreams. She landed in Iowa with me and said, I don't get it. That's a weird movie. I don't get it. It scared me. It was odd. I couldn't believe it. I'm not going to say her name because people will find her and that will be it.
Yeah.
There will be mobs. But there's a movie that they don't get. The kids
If
don't
you
get it.
build it, he will come. I mean, not Shoeless Joe, the father.
The father.
Pain. Ease his pain.
Is that your, would you say that's your favorite sports movie or your favorite, aside from
Baseball.
Yeah,
Whenever people
baseball
ask me
movie?
baseball, that's my answer. Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah, it's a classic for sure.
And Danielle, Boy Meets World was such a big deal to a generation that there's got to be a part of you that's fascinated that everyone like they loved it, but to this day, like it hasn't gone away. Like it's not like it went away and it's fully nostalgia. There's a new generation watching it. There was the spinoff. There was like when you were dancing on Dance with the Stars. Like everyone still loves everything you did as Topanga, huh?
Yeah, I just did an Instagram post where, like it was pretending somebody said to me, "Did we go to high school together?" And I was like, "Kind of." And my favorite comment of all of them was somebody saying, "You've been going to high school for 30 years." And that is very much how it feels. Like for 30 years now, people have watched me go to high school and have grown up with me, whether they're a million years younger than me or my same age. That's a really special feeling to like know you get to hold the hand of people who are going through some of the most influential times of their life. So it's a huge honor.
By the way, 30 years, man. That crushes too when you say that. And you know what? It's actually so cool because both of you look fantastic. You see some of your friends from 30 years ago on Facebook, and you're like, oh, it's a reminder of
They
how
don't go to the reunion.
Yeah. Seeing you guys at the reunion is a pleasure. You look great, both of you.
Some of our pals we've talked to, maybe you and I just are drawn to like iconic characters.
Yeah.
Because you two have played iconic characters. We just had our buddy Henry Winkler, the Fonz, on the other day. Is there is there an odd responsibility to understand that while it might be a little old to you, there are people that you mean so much to? Like
you guys have a responsibility.
It's a unique responsibility. It's not like you were a character on some like random show for like a year. You know, like this, it's special.
It is special. I think you said it perfectly. When you meet people, you have to remember that it's their first and only time that they're going to meet someone that, as they say it, and Danielle said it earlier, you've been in their living room for 30 years. And like, I've had 3 generations come up to me, grandfather, grandson, grandkid, and or grandfather, father, grandkid. And they say you've been in our living room for 30 years. And that, to make sure that the moment meeting you is worthy of that is kind of an important thing.
I want to talk all about Dugout Dads, but you guys have another commonality: the dance moves. I mean, Danielle, Danielle,
are you gonna have a dance battle right now?
I would see you on Dance with the Stars. I would talk to your husband, who I'm pals with, about all the bumps and bruises and all the hard work you would put into that, competing for the votes. Meanwhile, this guy's doing funny NFL dances on social media, and everyone's
no bruises over here.
No bruises over there. I mean, can we talk about the love of dance that we got going on here?
Listen, I had no idea I loved dance until I did Dancing with the Stars, and now I'm completely obsessed with it. This guy's never even had official dance training, and he's killer.
Wow, come on. Thank you. I appreciate it. Tell me more. Keep going.
Well, hold on. You're talking to the Lord of the Dance, Rich Davis here.
Terrible dancer.
Really?
You know when you're on your come up and you're at the junior high dance and you're trying to figure out, am I the dancing kind? Should I get in the circle? Rich always talks about how he would practice in front of the mirror.
And I could never do the moves. And Covino acts like he has said he's never tried a dance move in front of the mirror. And I call BS.
So I'm wondering, have you guys, is that something you guys used to do on your come up or even now? Like, let me try to figure out, like, can I do the gritty? Like, where do you practice your dance moves?
It's like singing in the shower.
Yeah.
I actually sing. No. So I refused to do it. And then I got into social media and saw that dancing was such a big part of it. And I was with 2 friends of mine that are also gingers. So we called ourselves the Chubby Gingers. And I went with 2 guys that are bigger than me. So I looked super skinny and slim. So our nicknames are Triple X. Yeah, Triple X, Double X, and XL. I'm XL. But now they won't dance with me anymore because they want the money. They smelled it and they're like, we want the money now. So
Right.
you've seen we've taken a hiatus. We're having a band breakup right now.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Thank you for
Awesome
throwing
drama.
them under the bus. I
Yeah.
love
Well, I'm only doing that so they see this because I'm sure they watch your show and then they'll come crawling back. Cage, crew, you know who I'm talking about.
Danielle, you a mirror dancer or what?
I mean, you have no choice when you do Dancing with the Stars. You're in a mirrored rehearsal space.
Yeah, but when you
just
were a kid, were you
staring
trying
at
to do the
yourself.
moonwalk in the kitchen, like when you were a kid growing up?
Oh, for sure. I regularly performed for my family, even though I knew absolutely nothing. I had never taken a dance class before Dancing with the Stars, but that didn't stop me from thinking I was born to be a star, baby.
Nice.
I since I can't say no to anything at the school or anything involving my kids, I've become like the ultimate yes man. I feel like a lot of parents do. It's hard to say no. I've become my school's mascot. And every like few Fridays at assembly, I'm the guy that gets in the costume. And when you're in that costume, I've been like, you have to do the 6'7" and the gritty and all these things the kids want. And I've actually had to like practice them because otherwise you don't want to look like a lame,
But
right?
you have this weird freedom about it, right?
Yeah, there's
they
a
don't know
freedom
what's-
in a when I put on that lion head, I'm like I'm flossing like I would
He goes
never in
for
real
it.
life. Yeah.
Well, and it's good that you're practicing because also having a costume on means all of your moves need to be way bigger than they would normally be.
Yes.
You've got to practice that with your costume on. Otherwise, you could be in there thinking you're really looking great and you look like nothing's happening.
No doubt. Now
I want to talk about Dugout Dads a little bit too.
We got to talk all about that.
So
because
let me see if
I'm
I got
pumped
this
about
right. You guys are married on the show, Dugout Dads, on Patrick Renna's YouTube channel, August 26th. It looks great. We've seen the trailer. We've played it on our show. My first question is the obvious one. Patrick, had this come to be, like, what inspired this? Was it you being a dad? Was it, dealing with other parents at the Little League games? What inspired the thought and how'd you make it happen?
Yeah, so I used to coach my kids' Little League, and the last year I coached them, they were in the championship game, and we had this epic season, and the parents were so into it, and they lost in the finals in the championship. And the parents were all like kicking over water coolers and crying on each other's shoulders and saying, I'm never going to see you again. This was the greatest season of our lives. And I look out on the field and the kids are playing tag 5 seconds later after they lost and they couldn't care less. And I was like, this needs to be a show right here.
You're so right about that, dude. You're so right about that.
I just got doing the Summer All-Stars. And the kids could be losing 10-1 and they're like, Coach Rich, what's the score? I'm like, are we winning? Are you winning?
Yeah.
Like, do you have zero freaking gauge of what's going on right now?
Yo, and as
what's
they
in
get
the
older,
snack bag for later?
Yeah. Can we go to the snack shack? Can we get an icy? All right.
Yeah.
and as they get older, I notice now the same sort of thing where, like, I just got into an argument with my teenage daughter and I'm like fuming inside and I'm so mad and I'm thinking, oh man, how are we going to get past this? And then I see her like giggling with her friends later on the phone. I'm like, she's already moved on from this? Like, they don't even care.
Yeah,
It's
they don't
crazy.
care. Well, so I texted Danielle to see if she'd be in, and I had this little sign on the wall that's like, "Dear parents, your kids aren't in the majors. There's no scouts here. This is Little League."
Yeah.
And Danielle sent me back from her Little League, oh, like this one, and it was a different city, but exactly the same sign for the parents. Like, chill the hell out. Your kids aren't getting scouted today.
So you just threw it out there, like, Danielle, would you be interested in this project?
Well, so I had the idea, and I have a producing partner, Kyle Howard, at Hambino Media, and we're developing different shows. And this was kind of one we always wanted to do. But then I went and saw the Sandlot guys at an appearance, and I came back from that appearance and went up to Kyle and was like, dude, that Dugout Dads show with the Sandlot guys is the dads. And he was like, oh my God, that's the show. And then from there, people just got it. Danielle was one of the first people who called because we were like, we need to, like, we'll put everyone on the field, but then we need to ground it at home. And like, we had been working with Danielle a bit before, and like, she'd be perfect. I wonder if she'd do it. There's 3 top comments on anything that Dugout Dad sees. Number 1 is, I can't believe the Sandlot guys are back. Number 2 is it the Sandlot universe? And number 3 is, if I wrote a show, I'd make Topanga my wife too. So I know I nailed it.
Smart. It's smart. No, but it does. It's hitting nostalgia, but it's so relatable and it's topical. What were your thoughts when you first heard about it, Danielle?
I was I was very honored that he thought of me right away. I still always am like, how many people did you ask before me? Be honest. How many
Right.
people? Who's walking around town going, he asked me first. He swears I was the first. But the minute he called and told me the idea, I was like, this is a no-brainer. Like the opportunity to be on a baseball field, to watch this group of guys now as adults, throwing the ball, playing catch, ribbing each other the way best friends of 30 years can only do. It sounded like a dream, and it was. There were many days I was on set and I'd look around at all of them and I'd be like, I can't believe this is happening.
That's wild. Now, I was going to say, I wanted to give Danielle a compliment, Patrick, because she came up to me and I coached her son, which means
Coach Rich.
Which means
yes,
there should be a cameo in season 2 for Coach Rich.
for sure.
And she was so sweet. And because there's a lot of parents that are crazy, as you know, there's a lot of parents that are not present. She's like, I'm currently on Dancing with the Stars. I'm usually here at every game. She was so sweet. I was like, Danielle, relax. Like in my mind, I'm like, we know you're awesome, but that was so busy for you because your son was on my team during Dancing with the Stars.
I felt awful. I never got to be anywhere for anything.
Yeah.
It was like, no, and I felt like the only way people could understand how busy this is if I truly tell you, I am dancing. This is not hyperbole.
Yeah.
I am dancing 6 to 8 hours a day, 7 days a week for 9 weeks. There was never an off day until I got voted off. And then the next day I woke up and I was like, what's it like to have a day?
Yeah.
So I didn't get to go to practices. I only was able to be there occasionally on like early Saturday mornings if my rehearsal didn't start until 1. But basically nobody saw me. And then I felt like one of those parents that's like, yes, my son plays baseball. The nanny will take him.
Which by the way, I won't call out. I've had those.
Yeah. Well, I got to ask because Rich won't. I mean, he talks a lot about being Coach Rich and how the kids love him and the parents
I have a lot of fun doing it.
So, yeah, Danielle, what was the scoop? Did the kiddies love Rich like he says all the time?
The scoop
Yeah.
is that Rich is just as beloved as he says he is. He is definitely a cool coach. The parents love him too. He really he's high energy. There's a lot of coaches that know a lot about baseball and know how to manage an adult team, but don't necessarily know how to engage with kids.
Yeah.
And Rich really does.
I mean, he's probably more high energy than the kids. I mean, we're talking about the school mascot here with the dance moves. Yeah. So
Exactly.
Good to hear.
He's the hype man.
Well, I want to ask you guys this too, because not only are you guys on Dugout Dads, but you lived it, right? We're all living it with our kids and stuff like that. When you guys are celebrities and you're noticeable, but yet people love you in a way where they grew up with you, do you always have to watch what you're doing and saying in these moments? Because you can get passionate and fired up at these Little League games. Is there the feeling of like, I got to still be reserved because I don't want to step out of line in any weird way?
For sure.
There has to be, right? I mean, even if you're in LA or whatever, that people recognize
that's
you.
what her husband Jensen and my wife Jasmine are for. They put the hand on the shoulder and they pull us back and they go, okay, enough, honey, stop it.
This is 100% the truth. Yeah. Both Jensen and Jazz, his wife, are the people who are like out of the side of their mouth, like, all right, getting a little heated.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Well, you know why? Because there's signs at all the Little League fields. Remember, parents, the kids are watching. That's just for regular parents just there supporting their kids. If you're notable or recognized, you guys are so recognizable. I imagine you have to be on your best behavior sometimes because it could get aggravating.
I went too far, which was another, I'd be lying if I said I'm not one of the Dugout Dads. I went too far with an ump. I got kind of pissed at a call. We went back and forth for a few days. The coach of the other team sent a message to me through the head coach of my team, like, you tell Renna, blah, blah, blah. He then unfollowed me on social, which I noticed. And then so I had to with tail between my legs, because he's actually a sweet guy. And he was like the guy that always took care of everyone loved him. Like, he was the one that always hosed down the mound. So I went out 3 weeks later, got there early, and I was like, hey, that's on me. And he's like, thank you, man. And we hugged it out.
Oh, that's cool.
But I had to be the,
Did he follow you again?
I don't know. I didn't.
Probably
I
not.
didn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I got busy with Dugout Dads. Probably not.
Well, you know what, man? Yeah, these parents are unhinged sometimes, so it does get really fiery.
Yeah, I think the only time I ever get unhinged is when you're in your own league with the people you play with all the time. I'm all happy. Once you start playing another town, it's a weird thing. Like F them. Like we're like it's we're playing Agora. F Agora. Like all of a sudden you have this weird vendetta.
Now you're on the
and one of
same
the other
team.
coaches says something snarky like F that guy, and you have to like contain yourself because.
Bro, 100%.
You then get mad at other people, and then you start having reputations.
I've had so many beautiful memories in Burbank, but until Burbank plays my kid, I'm like, that's the worst city in the world.
Oh yeah, I'm like in my mind, I'm like, Simi Valley could kiss my ass. So yeah, well, we all feel that way. By the way, do you have comfy parent coaching chairs? I feel like my every season, my wife's like, I need a new cool chair with like what would you call it? Hydraulics and like a canopy. Like, do you have any cool like parent?
I do the bleacher chairs, so it's like the little half chair that
connector,
sits right onto the bleacher, and then you have a back support. That's really all you need on the bleachers is back support.
That's what I need. I do have the pull out, comfortable chairs, but then you have to have a spot like where you're not going to sit behind somebody.
Totally.
And so no, I need a bleacher chair with a back on it.
Yeah. And they have varying degrees of nice ones. There are some real luxury padded ones out there.
Okay, send me a link.
Now you guys are husband and wife on the show. Good job, like you said, Patrick, making that happen. But you mentioned your spouses, your significant others in real life. They keep you in line at the games and stuff like that. Sort of a cheesy question, but it's always fun to know. How did you guys meet? Like, Danielle, start with you. I know Rich is friendly with your hubby. How did you guys meet? Like, was there a line? What was that like? Take us back a little bit.
Well, I'll take you back to the year 1995.
Dang.
Where Jensen and I were in junior high school together. So we've known each other since then. He was 2 years older than me, so I was in 6th grade, he was in 8th grade, and then we went to Calabasas High together. So everyone knew Jensen because Jensen did the announcements, and he's got a very recognizable voice. Some might say it sounds like Kermit the Frog. And so, he was always very funny, and everyone knew who he was. And so we were acquaintances at the very least. We would see each other, we would say hi, we were familiar with each other's families, and then we've just literally been in touch ever since. But we did not start dating until 2017. And
I feel like wasn't there like a reconnection through our old stomping grounds at Sirius XM? Like, didn't you like re-bump into each other?
Yes,
like,
because I've heard that sort of story that
we bumped into each other at Sirius XM when we were both promoting our books. And then after that, we kind of like hit each other up on social media and decided to make a dinner date, and the rest is history.
Hey, who turned the other on to wrestling? Because I feel like when I see you and your husband and kids, you guys are like, by the way, your kids are amazing. I love your kids, Danielle. And I think it's beautiful how you give them every perk in the world, but they seem to be so appreciative of it. Like your little one, her husband's a Mets fan like me.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
He gets to meet he got to meet Francisco Lindor. They're hanging out with CM Punk. Like you give them pretty cool opportunities.
I do. I try to not let them be spoiled by it. And I also don't want them to grow up in a world where they are think celebrities are more worthy of attention than non-celebrities. So we just kind of talked about them like they're everyday people, but then that runs into a problem too, because we once went to a Dodger game and they got to meet Freddie Freeman. And then the next time we took Adler to a Dodger game, he was like, when do the baseball players come out to meet me?
And by the way, most of my friends don't walk down an aisle to Cult of Personality, just so you know.
Right. Oh, and speaking of, can I speak on behalf of your kids, Danielle? I saw that you had all these crazy wrestling toys. I saw one of your videos one time. I'm like, look at all those toys these kids have, all the wrestling figures. You have to keep them. Don't ever throw those away, because I'm still in my parents' attic trying to find my toys as a grown adult. So make sure you never throw them away, because one day they're going to want some of those toys. Yeah, you got to put them in storage or something.
That's good to know, because my instinct is always to out with the old, in with the new, but I do think you're right that they're going to look back on these wrestling figures that they've played with now for years.
Certain ones,
but I feel like there are ones though, like, oh, this Undertaker's missing a leg. Like you could,
they have so
we have
many.
an entire Ziploc baggie of arms, hands, and heads.
Patrick, have you ever taken your kids anywhere and they do the whole like, well, where are the seats? I've heard that's the thing you got to avoid. If your kids start being like, well, where are the seats? Like the joy should be in going. Like we're going to Disney. Right. Do we need to wait in line? Like I think that's the line.
You're not wrong. I took my kids to a movie at the Americana with reclining seats, and then I was booking Spider-Man, and he said, "Is it the reclining seat?" And I was like, "It's not, buddy." And he went, "I don't know if I want to go." And I said, "Are you sure?" And he went, "That's fine. Let's go anyway." But it took a minute. You got to watch it. You got to watch it.
Well,
Luckily, they haven't said that about a Dodger game yet.
I have one last.
Happy to go.
Thanks, Patrick. I have one last question for the both of you guys. You know, when you guys go viral, whether it be Pod Meets World and there's a big moment with you, Danielle, or it's you dancing to the NFL video or whatever goes viral for you, Patrick. What's that like for you? Do you guys lean into that? Do you engage with that? Do you just let your friends tell you about it?
But do you also check the comments too? Like
that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, if there's like a ridiculously viral clip, are you like, I wonder who's actually commented on this, or do you not?
Do you engage or let it happen?
I will read a few comments very early on my own page. The comments that scare me more are like when other outlets pick it up, and then there are people who don't follow you. Like my followers, thankfully, and most people's followers are there because they like you. They like you. They want to support you. So 99% of the comments are going to be very positive. But then when something goes viral and now different
the evil demented people find their way in, right?
Then people who are like, who's this lady? God, she's aged terribly. Why is, and you're just like, huh. So I usually try to avoid those as much as possible.
Well, and this is sort of your baby, Patrick. Like this trailer has gone viral. So people are talking about it and you got to be up on what people are saying. So how do you handle something like that?
That's actually a really good point because we did this Dugout Dads podcast that accompanies the show. And the first episode isn't just me and Danielle. And we created the first episode based off of comments because there were so many comments about where's Benny? Is this Sandlot universe? Different things. So we kind of, and it's a short form. It's 5 minutes. It's horizontal. So watch it on your TV, like cast it to your TV. But it's 5 to 7 minute episodes, and there's 9 of them. We're releasing them all at the same time. But I want people to know that. And, you can watch it over a Sunday. It's 45 minutes of content. I think people will love it. But those comments did help guide us. So there's obviously constructive ones. When Michael B. Jordan throws a comment, I'm like, yes. I always search, did Michael B. Jordan comment? Because I have two now. And I know I did a good job if he's in on that one.
That's a wild thought.
That's very cool.
Is there ever been, what's the most random, like, oh shit, they liked my comment. Like what, they liked my post. Has there ever been like.
Those are fun. Yeah. Jeremy Renner, he's gotten into a few. I'm like, we kind of share a last name, but I'm like Danielle. The second you go to like the NFL's comment section, I'm like, run. Like and especially when my dance stuff goes up, not all NFL fans want to see me dancing.
Okay, let's say this goes wild. Everybody loves it because there's so much anticipation about it now because people love you guys and the crew you put together. It's going to be on your YouTube channel. Let's say it blows up. This is what's going to happen. What's next?
You guys Cobra Kai style, like sell it to Netflix for season 2?
Do you get back to the drawing board? Like, all right, we got to make new episodes. Like, what's sort of the plan?
First, we go on Jimmy Kimmel and we do that thing. What is it with the comments?
Oh, mean tweets.
Mean tweets. That's our first stop. Next is Hot Ones. And then, either, a major streamer does season. We're kind of calling this the preseason. So the first official season is a major streamer. We're most likely partnering up with someone really, really cool to take it to network. And we're going to be announcing that soon as well. So we have some meetings with different networks, and the plan is very much to, make this a 5-season arc. I mean, it kind of writes itself. the kids start out at 7 or 8, 5 years later, or I should have said 6, 7. They start out, right around there. And then 5 years later, they're in the Little League World Series. And then you call it a day and you have a fun show. So,
it looks so fun.
As if Danielle's not busy enough.
right? I know. Well,
And another huge, amazing full-time project. We'll let you go, but I did want to bring up one thing. Did you see, Patrick, that Travis and Taylor named their dog Wendy? And the rumor is that because he was a huge fan of Wendy Peffercorn from Sandlot?
I thought you were going to say they broke up and I was going to cry myself to sleep. No, but I know they are. And that I need to get on their podcast and talk to him. I think his brother is a big one too, Jason.
Yeah.
And that's amazing that they named the was it the dog?
They're a little dog. Apparently, people are like, we figured out the name. It's Wendy, and it's because Travis and his brother love the Sandlot.
How cool is that?
Well, hopefully Taylor can too, and she can tell her army to go watch Dugout Dads on the 26th. I would love some Tay-Tay followers to come on into the dugout.
They're Swifties.
Oh, excuse me, Swifties.
There you go. Yes.
Don't forget, we're Gen X. Rich and I, 79. I mean, I don't know what you are.
You know what? I'm grown. Yeah.
You're grown. Yeah. You look good too. You guys look great.
Thank you.
I'm clinging to millennial.
We're clinging.
I guess I'm like Gen X, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Rich and I are Gen X. You're with us.
I think
I won't
so.
make you say how deep into it you are.
No, I won't. Thank you, Patrick. I appreciate that.
We're on the cusp.
And guys, appreciate your
Thanks for the time.
Pete, we love you. Everybody loves you. So we're so excited to see this again. August 26th, Dugout Dads on Patrick's YouTube channel. Definitely support it, and we'll be hyping it up.
Cool. And Danielle, I'll see you at the baseball field.
I'll see you at the baseball field, Covino. We've got to make a date to get a picture in person.
No, I thought we were starting a bowling team.
Oh, yeah.
We forgot already? What happened? We're going to call ourselves Strike Force.
Come on.
I like it.
Can we
do candle pin? Are you guys down?
I'm in.
I'm in for anything.
I'm in.
Guys, thank you for your time. We'll see you guys soon.
Thank you.
All right, later.
Bye, guys.
Cool.